Since everything these days happens a lot on social media, we'll talk about social media first. That's where it picked up. Stop Hindi imposition became the top Twitter trend through the day. Why did this happen? This happened after the government's draft policy spoke about teaching 3 languages. We are talking about the National Education Policy, draft policy, I'm repeating again. So the big question is the centre planning to make the teaching of Hindi compulsory? Now, what is the proposal? What exactly is the proposal that has civil society members, politicians up in arms? They say that Hindi imposition is part of the government's draft. The policy talks of, as we told you, teaching 3 languages. Now, let's look at that draft policy. What does it say? It proposes, that is correct, this is a fact check, it proposes a 3-language formula. They say that a 3-language formula is in continuation of a 1968 policy. They feel, or the policy feels, that 3 languages must be taught early on. You should catch children early, catch them young, because they will be able to have a better control and command over 3 languages. The policy also feels that the 3-language formula needs to be implemented in its true spirit. It urges for a nationwide implementation because the policy feels that it will promote multilingual communicative abilities. But it seems that not everyone is in agreement. It seems that politicians and civil society members in Tamil Nadu are upset. They see this as some sort of an imposition. We must also state at this moment that education in India is part of the concurrent list, which means the centre can also draft policies, but the states also have their say. And that is why, since it has been adopted in 1968, many states continue to have the right to not implement the recommendations, which is why this draft policy also talks about implementing it in its spirit. Let's quickly take a look at this presentation prepared by my colleague Sonakshi.
Thank you, Sanket. It is the big trend on Twitter today. Let's take a look at the big political reactions coming in from celebrities to big political personalities sharing their view on social media on the hashtag Stop Hindi Imposition. Social media is abuzz with messages protesting a draft education policy submitted to the new government at the centre a day ago. Let's take a look at who said what. A. Ramadas of the PMK chief says centre's move is shocking. He goes on to say that the attempt to impose Hindi is violating Nehru's assurance, and he also goes on to say that voluntary Hindi learning is welcome. Another reaction coming in from the AMMK party from TTV Dinakaran, who says centre must abandon the policy and also that the move will destroy pluralism and that this will make us second-class citizens. We have a reaction coming in from the Tamil Nadu government who have stated that they will follow the 2-language policy and that only Tamil and English in Tamil Nadu. This is what the Tamil Nadu government had to say. We have a reaction coming in from the MDMK party of Vaiko, who says language war will break out. That's a very strong reaction coming in from there, who says, and Kani Mohi from the DMK says will oppose Hindi imposition. Again, let me remind you, stop Hindi imposition is the top trend even as we speak. We go on to then Kamal Hassan from the MNM party, who says no language ought to be imposed. These are some of the big political reactions coming in on the hashtag that as we speak is trending online, Stop Hindi Imposition. Let's take a look at what MK Stalin has to say. MK Stalin, remember, is the president of the DMK party, who says, I warn BJP, this move will cause them danger. This is what MK Stalin had to say, and even in a statement that he said, even in the dreams of BJP, government should not think of pelting stone at the 2-language honeycomb and reviving a 3-language formula. I warn the BJP, if this move was made, it will cause them danger. So these are some of the big political reactions. Now, keeping this aside, let's also take a look. In fact, on Twitter, like I said, the Stop Hindi Imposition trend that is in fact trending right now, and much of the day it has been trending on Twitter. Let's take a look at what some other social media users have been tweeting. For example, Harish Iyer goes on to say, "What's the obsession with Hindi? I think and dream in Hindi. I watch Bollywood, but I don't think that this is the language that should be forced to anyone. Hindi is not the national language. It is a North Indian language, and South India is also a part of India." We move on to Thirumurugan Gandhi, a social media user on Twitter, who says, "Hindi is neither a national language nor a classical language. Instead, make every language of this nation as a national language, as every nationality is paying their taxes. If Swiss can make all different languages of their land as official language, why not India?" We also have someone by the name Merrill Jeffrey John on Twitter, who has gone on to say, "India is a land of unity in diversity, not the land of unity in Hindi. Already Hindi is being pushed into bank, ATM, Madras High Court and all other center jobs within Tamil Nadu. Hindi will split India into pieces. This is not a warning, this is a war." Very, very strong reactions coming in on social media by people, because really social media these days, as we all know, is the place where people take to express their opinions and their views. So today, this is one such story where people have taken to social media to express what they feel about the hashtag Stop Hindi Imposition. It's back to you for more.
இந்தி படத்தில் எல்லாம் நடித்தவன். இந்தியா அவரவர் மொழியை மதிக்கும் என்ற நம்பிக்கையுடன் இந்தியனாக சந்தோஷமாக வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருப்பவன். எதையும் திணிக்கக்கூடாது என்பது என்னுடைய கருத்து. விருப்பம் இருப்பவர்கள் எந்த மொழியை வேண்டுமானாலும் கற்றுக்கொள்வார்கள். முக்கியமாக தமிழர்கள் தம் மொழியை விட்டுவிட்டு இன்னொரு மொழியை இனி ஏற்றுக்கொள்வது என்பது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்கும். திணிக்கக்கூடாது என்பதுதான் எங்களுடைய வேண்டுகோள்லாம் சொல்ல மாட்டோம். இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நாங்கள் ரொம்ப அழுத்தியே அதை சொல்லி இருக்கிறோம். தமிழகம்
மறைமுகமாக இந்தியை இதுவரை திணித்து வந்த மத்திய அரசு இப்போது நேரடியாக திணிக்க முற்பட்டு இருக்கிற போது நாங்களும் இனி நேரடியாக களத்தில் நின்று இந்தியை எல்லா வகையிலும் எதிர்ப்போம். எந்த காலத்திலும் தமிழ்நாட்டில் இந்தி இல்லை என்பதை நாங்கள் அறைகூவலாகவே சொல்லுகின்றோம். அப்படி ஒரு நிலை வருமையானால் எதுவரினும் ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள, எதிர்கொள்ள, சந்திக்க தயாராக திராவிட முன்னேற்றமும் தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களும் இந்த நாட்டில் இருக்கிற இளைஞர்களும் மாணவர்களும் தயாராகவே இருக்கின்றார்கள்.
கட்டாயமாக ஒரு மொழி என்பதை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள மாட்டோம். மூன்றாவது மொழியாக நாங்கள் விரும்புகிற மொழியை வேண்டுமானால் படிப்போமே ஒழிய, நீங்கள் இதை கட்டாயமாக படிக்க வேண்டும் என்று சொன்னால் அதை தமிழ்நாடு ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளாது. அது அந்தந்த மாணவர்கள் முடிவு செய்து கொள்ள வேண்டியது. நீங்க எத்தனை மொழி, தமிழ்நாட்டில் பிரெஞ்சு படிக்கிறவங்க இருக்கிறாங்க, தமிழ்நாட்டில் மலையாளம் படிக்கிறவங்க இருக்கிறாங்க, தமிழ்நாட்டில் தெலுங்கு படிக்கிறவங்க இருக்கிறாங்க. எங்களை பொறுத்தவரை, காங்கிரஸ் கட்சியை பொறுத்தவரை எந்த மொழிக்கும் நாங்கள் எதிர்ப்பானவர்கள் அல்ல. ஆனால் ஒன்றில் நாங்கள் உறுதியாக இருக்கிறோம், எந்த மொழியையும் திணிக்க கூடாது.
On new education policy has submitted its report. Government has not taken any decision on it. And therefore, the misunderstanding that government has decided the new policy, that is not true. After we get public feedback, then only it will come before government. And more importantly, Modi government has always promoted all Indian languages.
हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी और हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने पहले से ये तय किया है कि सभी भारतीय भाषाओं का हम पूरी ताकत के साथ सम्मान करेंगे और उसका विकास करेंगे. किसी भी प्रदेश पर कोई भी भाषा थोपी नहीं जाएगी. तो फिर इस बात को लेकर के ये विवाद का कोई विषय नहीं उठता है, क्योंकि सरकार की वो नीति नहीं है, वो तो ड्राफ्ट है. और ड्राफ्ट हमने प्राप्त किया है और लोगों की उस पर क्या मंशा है, सभी प्रदेशों के आम जनता की क्या उस पर सुझाव आते हैं, उसके बाद जाकर के कोई नीति बनेगी. और साथ में ये भी है कि किसी भी भारतीय भाषा को, सभी भारतीय भाषाओं का विकास किया जाएगा और किसी भी प्रदेश पर कोई भाषा थोपी नहीं जाएगी. ये बहुत स्पष्ट तरीके से हमारी गवर्नमेंट की नीति है.
All right, let's quickly kickstart the debate at this moment. Let me introduce my guest this evening. Bhaskar Ghosh is the leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party, is with us. Advocate Saravanan is the spokesperson of the DMK, is also with us. We've got Rajasekharan, a political analyst and lawyer, S. Muralidharan, he's an AIADMK supporter, and Dr. Geeta Bhatt, an academician and political analyst. She's also with us. Dr. Bhatt, I want to begin with you. Do you think this was a misunderstanding? Would you term this as a misunderstanding? Perhaps not the right interpretation?
Well, Sanket, it is very unfortunate that, you know, political overtones have been added to this draft of this new education policy, you know, which could actually have been interpreted and discussed, you know, in many other ways. You know, a document which actually could be a touchstone in, you know, in decolonization of the Indian education policy. You know, a policy which has been dominated for a very long time by English language, where only 15% of the people actually speak that language, but largely, you know, the intellect across the country as well as the employability market, you know, many people from large sections of the society have been for long marginalized in spite of their competence, their intelligence, their skills, just because they had a handicap in English language. Now this document, you know, puts a lot of emphasis on all the, you know, regional languages, the Indian languages, and it is, you know, we all know that the you know, the vernacular languages and our regional literature, they have seen a lot of apathy at the hand of the policy makers in the past. So this is actually should have been the point of discussion, but there has been a political angle which has again been introduced when we all know that the three language formula has been existing since 1968. It is not something new. And if you look
Okay, we seem to have lost that audio connection. We'll come back to Dr. Bhatt.
I mean, now, in spite of the fact that 54%.
Yes, Dr. Bhatt, I'm going to come back to you. You made your opening comments. Let me quickly go to others also. Let's get in.
They speak Hindi.
Let's get in a voice from the south of India also, from Tamil Nadu. Mr. S. Muralidharan, you are an AIADMK supporter, Murli. I want to know from you, your government, you are in an alliance. I will ask a political question to you. You have very categorically stated, your government has stated that no, two-language policy. First of all, a clear disclaimer, this is a draft policy. It's not like from tomorrow suddenly in Tamil Nadu schools 3 languages will be introduced. This is a draft policy open for a debate. But Murli, for your government to also come out and say that this is, we will not implement, Tamil Nadu will only have 2-language policy. Are you trying to say that you are rejecting this proposal outright?
I don't think so, Sanket. What if you really listen to what the education minister has said? He said that, you know, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, we have a 2-language policy, and if at all this change has to be done, the CM will decide. Now, having said all these, all this halla gulla which has been created in Tamil Nadu, this is by DMK and this fringe alliance. Now, DMK has a hypocrisy, and you need to understand in deep because when Mr. Rahul Gandhi visited Mr. Stalin's house last time, Mr. Stalin was so proud to tell the media that his grandchildren were communicating in Hindi with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Similarly, Mr. Dayanidhi Maran and Mr. Stalin's sister, they run this Sunshine School and few other schools. All these schools, they educate people in Hindi.
Speak what is relevant.
Now, it's only when it comes
to
the
I'll come to you.
National media, speak what is
relevant. I'll come to you. One moment. In a civilized
policy, don't get
Mr. Saravanan, I'll come to you.
You are representing?
Sanket. Mr. Saravanan, you will get your chance. Don't worry. I'll be fair, trust me.
Sanket,
yes. Very quickly.
Sanket, addition to that, these Navodaya schools were deprived by DMK to Tamil Nadu. What were the Navodaya schools are teaching? They were teaching CBSE syllabus. Today, the DMK is protesting against NEET, saying that our students are not used to writing exams in CBSE syllabus. You deprive the students. Today, Tamil Nadu is the big state which has the largest population of Hindi learning crowd. That's because the people have been deprived. You look at Andhra, you look at Karnataka, you look at Kerala. All of them have accepted Hindi. That's why you have netas from Kerala, Karnataka,
one moment.
and Andhra.
There is a difference here.
Vying for prime minister.
One moment. Murli, there is a difference here. People willing to learn on their own, and there being a policy whereby dictating that you have to learn. I think that's the differentiation.
No, I don't think they're dictating. They are not dictating. They are only saying we are giving you a third language option. You choose what you want.
Okay.
For a southern state
Saravanan,
candidate, it is logical to select
Saravanan
Hindi.
wanted to come in. Let me go to him. Yes, Saravanan.
Yeah, Sandesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the problem here is this. We are having this two-language policy for the last 50 years. This has been assured by us. The Official Languages Act and all other things is not applicable to the state of Tamil Nadu. That was the solemn promise given by the then Parliament, the then Prime Minister to the state of Tamil Nadu, and you would have absolutely known about the anti-Hindi riots which took place in 1965 to 67. So, Tamil Nadu has got a clear policy. By bringing this draft policy, they say three-language policy should be made compulsory across the country. We are saying we are happy with the two-language policy. State education is in a concurrent list, so the state government has got a choice. We have not lost out on anything because of this two-language policy. We have given preference to English rather than Hindi, and that is why we are having this software boom. And when you are speaking about learning Hindi, you are making it compulsory, and that is what you are opposing.
Mr. Saravanan,
you are not opposed to study any language. If
the
that
point that
is
is being made over here is that why can't Hindi be available? Why can you not accept Hindi being available as an option? As an option. Those who want can opt for it, those who don't. See, it is a fact. I hope you know, Mr. Saravanan, it is a fact that the highest number of people, contrary to popular belief, there are more Tamilians willing to learn Hindi. This is data.
They are learning.
They are learning.
No, I don't agree to that, Sandesh. I don't agree to that. I don't agree to that. I don't agree to that. I'll come to you. I'll come to you. See, we need a language. Apart from our mother tongue, we need a language for us to prosper, for us to grow. When English is giving us all those opportunities, what is the benefit of learning Hindi? Is that a scientific language? Will it give us job prospects? We are having our culture in Tamil.
It makes you learn the essence of India.
So why should that be imposed on us?
Of India.
That is the simple question.
It will let your students qualify in IITs.
No. India is a country. India, that's what, Sandesh, India is a country.
By the way, one moment.
Unity in diversity. We are looking at unity, not uniformity. We don't want a homogenized group. We should celebrate the pluralism.
Okay.
You promote Hindi, don't impose it on us.
Okay, don't
impose
Hindi.
You have Dakshin Bharat Sabhas, Dakshin Prachar Sabhas across. You are spending crores and crores of our money on promotion of Hindi.
Okay.
Did we question that?
Okay.
You know how much money this government has spent on promotion of Hindi, which is the taxpayers' money from Tamil Nadu.
Okay. Okay, one moment. Mr. Saravanan, I'll come back to you. Just a request. You attach a great sense of pride with the Tamil language. I attach a great sense of pride with my name. My name is Sanket. My name is Sanket. Thank you so much. So that you know for the future course of this broadcast.
Acknowledged.
Not a problem. Absolutely not a problem. Mr. Rajshekharan, Mr. Bhaskar Ghosh, I'll come to you. But Mr. Rajshekharan, let me take your view. Where do you stand on this issue? Is this imposition or not? Do you think that this is fear? Largely fear? Largely reality? What is this?
Sanket, first we must understand what is happening around us. See, you cannot impose anything which the people of the country don't want to be imposed.
Fair enough.
You cannot ban something which the people don't want you to ban. The job of the government is to do service to the people, the elected government, to respond and reciprocate to the expectations of the people of this country. That is the job of the people. You cannot keep on passing diktats day in and day out to make it a huge issue among the citizens of this country. Especially in Tamil Nadu, there has been agitation against Hindi imposition in the year of 1965 and 67, and it was a very big riot, and all this the DMK friend had highlighted. Fact of the matter is, there is no problem in learning Hindi. It should be the prerogative of the individual student.
No, but Mr. Rajshekharan, help me understand at this moment, if, say for instance, this National Education Policy of 2019 is adopted. So this three-language clause has existed in the previous policies as well since 1968. So Tamil Nadu will always have the option of not following it. Where is the problem?
See, you are right, but how you are going to implement it? How you are going to execute it? If you are going to impose with an iron arm and say the CBSE schools already they have the option of learning Hindi. Students have the option of learning Hindi. There is no issue with them. But most of the students go in the metric schools don't have that problem because it is a state board syllabus. But what you are going to do if you are going to implement this 3-language bill, which is going to impact on the matriculation schools, the education system of Tamil Nadu, there starts the whole problem. That is what I am trying to emphasize here.
Okay,
See,
one more. Bhaskar Ghosh now.
CBSE syllabus,
Okay.
where you have the Hindi language as a existing syllabus in the curriculum. So there is no problem. Students are learning Hindi if they want to learn. But if they don't want to learn, they have the option. They can learn French. They can learn any other language.
No,
but
my
it
point
should be the prerogative.
I think the fear over here is, I think the real debate is, Mr. Bhaskar Ghosh, around the word imposition, mandatory, making it compulsory. Do you see the number of people from Tamil Nadu who are using the word optional? You make it optional, we have no problem. The moment it is an imposition, there seems to be a sense of problem.
Yes, Sanket, let me...
is this an imposition, first of all?
No, first of all, it is not.
Point.
Allow me to speak. Gentlemen, allow me to speak. I have very patient with you, with all of you, my fellow panelists. Let me see that what is the objective of this new education policy. We can slightly roll back that from pre-independence era, there was a strong resistance against the Hindi from the southern belt. 1937, 1940 and finally 1965, the 70 people have been killed because of these agitations. And finally Jawaharlal Nehru has declared that there is no imposition, once again, there is no imposition of Hindi on national education policies. Now, refer to that, let me tell you that how this new national education policy, who has framed it? It was been drafted by one South Indian called Krishnaswamy. Mr. Krishnaswamy was former ISRO chief. He was a South Indian and he was former ISRO chief, and while he has handed over that particular draft report, he has mentioned very specifically, I just want to read, please be patient with me. There is no intention of imposing any language on anybody. We want to promote all Indian language. And finally, he has been like this, the curriculum will be transformed by the 2022 in order to minimize rote learning and instead of encourage the holistic development and 21st century skills such as critical thinking, creativity, scientific temper, communication, collaboration.
Okay.
So, summarily, it is advancement and whatever was mentioned in 2014 manifesto of our party, that we will be leading towards a more scientific and more analytic kind of
Mr. Bhaskar Ghosh, my question again.
Therefore, there is no question of imposition.
Is this an imposition? I think the fear over here
not at all.
Is imposing
I tell you on record, Sanket, I tell you on record, today the Hindi speaking population is 528 million as per 2011 census. And today by around 10 states, they have the Hindi, major language is Hindi. Now, in this particular situation,
okay,
I think it is a Tamil Ashmita is coming, which is a political angle. There is no Tamil Ashmita or that kind of feelings is there.
Interesting.
Now,
Mr.
this is a political angle, they are blending it.
You made your point. Let me go to
and
Mr. Saravanan.
One of the South
Mr.
Indian
Saravanan,
himself, ISRO chief, has drafted this.
The BJP says, you're talking about Mr. Kasturi
Yes.
Rangan, the former ISRO chief, who has drafted this
Krishnaswamy.
Draft. No, it is
Kasturi Rangan,
Kasturi
exactly.
Rangan.
He was South Indian.
Former ISRO chief.
If he's South Indian.
Again, this is symbolism.
No, because he is
so
a
what?
South
He can be
Indian,
from the
that doesn't
northeast
mean you
also.
have
No,
the
but
right.
why?
No, what is the point?
Because
Whoever
there is a
may be.
political,
Mr.
there is
Bhaskar
a
Ghosh,
political
emphasize
agenda
the
of
point.
Tamil
Emphasize about
Ashmita
that.
to get the vote bank, to get the advantage in the vote bank.
One
There is no
moment.
scientific base what they are
let me
talking
ask-
about it.
Even a Tamilian cannot ask us to impose Hindi on us.
Okay, Mr. Saravanan, let me come to you.
The funny
So you're saying
argument.
that even if it is drafted by a Tamilian,
Yeah.
He cannot impose. I hope you've got your answer in the former HRD minister, in the present HRD minister, in a note, a press note of the Ministry of Human Resource Development. They're saying it is number one, a draft. Number two, it will be open to consultation, and if it is rejected, then it will not be implemented. Where is the problem? Mr. Bhaskar Ghosh accuses you of playing politics, that you're doing this deliberately.
And
there is no problem on the... No, one moment.
No,
Let me ask this question. He's saying that this is deliberate politics. There is no such agitation on the ground. Mr. Saravanan.
No. See, Sanket, the problem here is this. As I told you, there is already a stated policy that Tamil Nadu is exempted from this 3-language formula. Then what is the necessity for them to bring it? See, the BJP is not a party which walks the talk. They make tall promises. We are still searching for Ache Din. So, we can't, there is no trust on the words of the Prime Minister,
because we have brought Ache Din. We have brought Ache Din.
That is the problem, and this is not politics. Tamil, see, imposition.
You are using Tamil Asmita to get the advantage of the vote banks.
When the very fact that we have embraced, you are doing Hindi majoritarianism. You have won in the Hindi states. That is why you want to promote Hindi. How much money you have spent on Hindi? Have you spent that kind of money on any other language?
We have given option.
Have you ever named any scheme apart from Hindi? Have you given importance to any other language other than Hindi? What right? If you speak of promoting other languages, will anybody believe you? When you have not matched your words with action, who will believe your words? Has the Prime Minister or anybody made one scheme, one central government scheme in any other regional language? Leave Tamil, any other regional language, everything in Hindi. Why should the taxpayers from South India subsidize your fantasy for Hindi?
To take the oath in Bengali, we didn't object to it. We didn't object to that oath taking in Bengali. We didn't object to it.
Who are you to object or not object?
That's why we are promoting all Indian languages. But you are talking about Tamil only to get the vote bank assured.
You are not promoting, that is what I am saying.
One moment.
You are not promoting any other language.
One moment. Before we get into a Mr. Saravanan versus Mr. Ghosh fight, let me quickly accommodate other views. Rajshekaran wants to come in. Yes. I'll come to you, Murli. Rajshekaran.
Speaking like a dictator. See, we are in a people's democracy. He is telling, I spared you because you spoke in Bengali, we allowed you to speak. What is this? Freedom of speech and expression is entitled for every individual.
I said we didn't object. We never said I am allowed. I said we never objected.
Dictatorship for a banana republic.
No, one moment. I'm trying to make some sense here. Mr. Rajshekaran. Mr. Rajshekaran, one moment.
I said we never objected.
Mr. Ghosh. Mr. Ghosh, one order, please, order. One moment. Mr. Rajshekaran, I am trying to make some sense of this discussion so that our viewers get an understanding of what is the problem. Mr. Rajshekaran, number one, Mr. Rajshekaran, the government has said that this is not imposition. The government has said that this is a draft order and it will only be implemented if there are stakeholders who agree.
And public debate.
So, one moment, public debate. I want to understand where is the problem. Tell me where is the problem. I am not even getting into the fact that it has already been adopted since 1968.
Yes.
What is new? Yes. What is the new thing that has happened today?
Yes, all is fine. All is fine until and unless it is being not imposed. Let us be happy.
This is your fear. No, one moment. This is your fear.
Very clear, sir. We are not going to impose anything.
Murli and then Dr. Bhatt. Murli, I think this has got to do with a fear, a sense of fear that Hindi may be made mandatory. I think we are dealing with a hypothetical situation here.
Not at all, Sanket.
Murli.
No. Not at all. The problem here is politics. It's about polarization. I'll tell you all these politicians who are speaking about against Hindi, all their children are learning Hindi. But we do not want the people to learn. I'll tell you, they have destroyed the education system here. They removed entrance exam.
That doesn't mean
Let
you
me
can
finish.
impose
They reduced.
Why other states of India is not opposing
You removed entrance exams in the
wrong in
colleges.
the policy.
That's why your
other
engineering
states of
graduates
India
are
is
become
not
equivalent to
One by one, please. Bhaskar, one moment. Yes, one by one.
Let me finish. You guys destroyed Navodaya schools. Let me finish.
No, it is the prerogative
You
and the
destroyed
choice.
CBSE schools. You said no to Navyodaya. Today, look at Chennai IIT. The majority in crowd there is Andhra and Maharashtra. Third comes Tamilians. That's because you destroyed education here. You removed entrance exams in engineering colleges. Today, what has happened?
Who said IIT is the right model?
Today, what has happened?
How many Tamilians?
Today,
What is he talking? What is he talking? How many Tamilians
Your problem is
studied
not that.
English
Your
or
problem
software
is
experts are there in
anti-Brahminism
Silicon
and
Valley?
anti-North Indians.
What are you talking? What are you
Mr.
talking?
Kasturi Rangan
What
has
are you
written this
talking?
draft.
Are you
That is
talking
because
any
you're not able to
on
accept
any
it
basis?
because he's a
On the
Brahmin.
basis
That is
of
the problem
any
with
data?
you. You
Or on
have
the basis
destroyed
of
this
any
state.
rational idea?
You have deprived
Don't
people of
just
the
spew out
education.
venom.
You have done all this damage.
You get
Then
out
you
of the
can
state.
accept a
If you
foreign
feel that you have
language
destroyed the
which
state.
Britishers left
No,
behind.
one moment.
The
Nobody is
Britishers-
asking
you
anyone to
cannot
get out.
When you can accept
Number
education,
one,
you
sanity,
cannot
order
do
please. Mr. Muralidharan and Mr. Saravanan, obviously this is a very emotive issue. Yes, Mrs. Rajshekharan, I'll come to you. This is an emotive issue.
See, it is not
but let us not,
anti-Brahmin or
let us not
anti-North
have a
Indiana. And I
debate
don't agree
or a
with that.
country where anyone is asked to leave, right? Dr. Geeta Bhatt, I again come back to the main point. If this was adopted since 1968, if this is a draft policy, if this will be implemented only and only if there is a thorough consultation and a public debate, and if this is optional, where is the problem? And what is the problem?
Well, you are right, Sanket. It is, it is open for discussion. People can give their feedback till 30th of June. It is there, in the public platform, and anyone can give their feedback.
I will tell you, Dr. Bhatt,
including the panelists who are sitting here.
No,
but
Dr.
the point
Bhatt,
is,
I'll
when
tell you,
people
see-
talk about imposition,
see the way
can I please just finish?
Yes, please.
Yeah, you see, in 2011, when Congress was in rule at that time, the HRD minister, Mr. Kapil Sibal, he imposed, what is imposition? He imposed German language in the schools, which was in total violation with the national policy of education, which was running since 1986, and also in violation of the national curriculum framework of 2005. I wonder how many regional parties, they came out and they said that, why a foreign language is being imposed? Why can't we teach our own regional languages? So, you see, all this politicization is nothing but to create that feeling of sub-nationalism, just for vote bank politics. Just tell me how many developed nations, how many developed nations are there who have they are using English as a language?
One more, Mr. Saravanan. See,
Please tell me how many developed nations have that? Does Germany does that? Does France does that?
Okay, one moment. Before Mr. Saravanan replies, Mr. Saravanan,
And
you
please,
said that
also
any language.
one more important thing,
one more.
Sanket, if you look on page number 88, if you give me just 10 seconds.
Sure.
If you look at page number 88, it is very, very clearly written that, if a student wants to take a classical language for 2 years in that 3 language, formula, then the student can, those in the Hindi belt, the Hindi speaking states, they should take a language from non-Hindi speaking state, for example, Tamil. Even this has also been written.
Okay.
So this is totally,
I think Dr. Bhatt,
with no partiality.
Dr. Bhatt,
it has been impartially prepared.
Mr. Saravanan, I think Dr. Bhatt and Bhaskar Ghosh, the problem over here is the way the policy has been drafted, the way it has been written. It leaves a lot of scope for imagination. So at this moment,
Sanket, I just want
I
to
think
mention
that
one
there is a
point.
fear. Now my point is, will the central government reach out to, say, political stakeholders in Tamil Nadu and address this fear?
Very important
say,
point
for
I want to
instance,
mention.
the moment you get, Mr. Saravanan, will you be open to, will you be open to a conversation and a debate?
Information, let me give you one point. In 1986,
Sanket,
this policy
the
was
thing is
framed.
this.
And
They said this is the
1992,
draft
the
policy.
was
The draft policy.
Once again,
They are saying that
1992, the
please give
policy
your
was
response.
activated.
We have given our
Who
response.
was in
The
the
moment
in
the
the
draft
power
policy
in
is out,
1992?
we have given the response.
Sanket, I'm
You have
asking
seen the response of the entire political community. It is
in
we have replied to it. Replied to
Mr. Saravanan, who was in power in center in 1992?
The question
Your
was asked to
government
me.
was-
Why are you
your-
speaking out
your
of turn,
party
sir?
was
I think the
alliance
question
with
was addressed to
Congress
me.
in
Mr. Bhaskar
1992.
Ghosh. Mr. Bhaskar
Ghosh,
Ghosh,
one
the
more.
question was addressed to me.
one
Why
moment,
don't you have the courtesy of allowing me to speak?
One more. Mr. Saravanan, please reply. My point is, once you are consulted And once your fear, see, I have given you 4 variables before this can be.
Yes.
Number 1, the government is saying this is optional. It is not mandatory.
Yes.
Then the government is saying this is a draft policy. The government is saying it is open to consultation. The government is saying that since it is in the concurrent list, obviously states will have a say. I want to know, where is the problem? Is this just fear and nothing else?
Sanket, the problem is this. No, it's not about fear. We are saying, as I told you earlier, I want to reiterate the point that Tamil Nadu has only 2 language policy. Any attempt, even just consultation, to disturb that, to suggest that you may go on a 3 language policy is not acceptable to us.
Just playing
that
devil's advocate, I want to know
why
is
the
it a
political
problem?
leaders, irrespective
Mr.
of
Saravanan,
which,
Mr. Saravanan, I am playing devil's advocate. I want to know.
It is a problem
Suppose
because
if it happens, what is the problem?
You have asked a very valid point. See, it will make us, when you give importance to Hindi, it will make other non-speaking, Hindi-speaking people as second-class citizens. We advocated English because English is a leveler. English is a foreign language for the Hindi-speaking person. English is a foreign language for a Tamil-speaking person. So, Hindi-English should be a linked language. It should be a leveler. If you ask a native speaker, if someone has Hindi as the mother tongue, if you ask us to compete us with them, definitely they will come up with winners. It is not a leveler. It will create a class of citizens, and that is what we want to avoid. That is why we are so vehement.
A farmer,
it has been established. One moment, Rajshekaran has not spoken for a while. Mr. Rajshekaran, we have been able to establish. One moment, Bhaskar Ghosh, one moment. Mr. Rajshekaran, we have been able to establish that this is largely fear. There is a fear that this will be made mandatory, and there is a fear that there will be isolation. Clear? I believe that is the problem. So I want to know, what sort of a solution do you want to this problem? To this
Sanket,
perceived problem?
I totally agree with you. It is a fear which has been created by this draft policy submitted by a South Indian named Kasturi Rangan.
No, fear created or fear assumed. Mr. Rajshekaran, Mr. Rajshekaran, fear created or fear assumed? These are 2 different things.
No. See, it is just the beginning of this one language, one nation, and it goes on like that. So maybe this is the run-up to that.
Okay.
I'm really fearing that.
I have to get in Murli here. Murli, the assumption is, with one nation, one this, one nation, one that, the fear is that there will be a one nation, one language.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is a very closed parochial mindset?
No, not like that. You cannot.
No, one more. My question is. My questions are meant to be provocative, Mr. Rajshekaran, to get the best response. Yeah.
Sanket, one thing you should learn. They picked up very important clue from Jallikattu, all these protests. Okay, what they figured out is, if you touch the sentiments of the people, they will agitate and they'll get provoked. Okay, now this is exactly what they're doing. This is their false Tamil pride. They're talking about English is okay, Hindi is not okay. You know what has they done to about Tamils? There is not a single student today who can speak Tamil properly, who can read Tamil properly. They have pushed it to such gutter levels.
அவளுக்கு ஒரு தனி குணம் உண்டு.
Okay, come on.
The students in the school,
guys, this is an English channel, please.
We are there.
Yeah, I mean, I understand your sense of pride, but we have to understand it also, please.
But the problem is, Sanket, they have destroyed Tamil for English. They have destroyed Tamil for English. This is what they have done. This is the achievement of all these parties. And now they are trying to say,
all Tamilians, proud Tamilians.
Yeah, they are communicating in English.
We have no issues. So let us not be like somebody who's going to say
your kids at home cannot speak Tamil.
Okay, one moment. Now I'll ask a very, very basic and fundamental question, and Mr. Saravanan, I know for a fact you will not like this. Just a short while ago, Mr. Saravanan said that any language which is alien, which is not our mother tongue, we should not adopt it. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. We should not be forced to.
I said,
we should not be forced to learn any.
I said.
Yeah.
No, Sankit.
Yeah. What did you say?
Yes. I said any language which is not a mother language, mother tongue, is a foreign language to us.
Yes.
Whatever it might be English, it might be Bengali, it might be Kannada, it might be Telugu.
No,
all those are foreign
Mr.
languages
Saravanan,
to us.
you are saying
they are
that
same as that of Hindi. Yeah.
Mr. Saravanan, you are saying that Hindi for you is a foreign language because it is not a mother tongue. English is also a foreign language.
Absolutely.
What about English?
English is also foreign. In fact, English is not even
was given to by Britishers.
But that is a great leveler. But that is a great leveler.
How so? The whole farmer of Hindi region may not understand what English. But never can be a leveler.
That's not true. India has more English-speaking people than
don't want
Britain.
Hindi. Ridiculous.
Yeah, one by one. Mr. Saravanan, my question is, if Hindi is a foreign language, so is English.
Yes, Ankit. Yes.
If you keep the optional nature,
absolutely,
what is wrong?
Absolutely. See, that is why I'm saying, that is why Sankit I'm saying, see, Hindi, because the majority of the
politicians' kids should learn
Hindi,
English.
When you glorify that
Tamil
language, I'm saying the leveler concept is gone. The leveler concept is gone. See, if someone in Uttar Pradesh definitely will speak better Hindi than someone from Tamil Nadu, he will understand. If Hindi is going to play a major role, that guy will definitely have an advantage.
But then there is a great disadvantage.
That kind of an advantage
I hail from
Uttar
Pradesh and I can tell you one moment.
That is why I am saying,
Mr. Saravanan, will a person from Uttar Pradesh not have a disadvantage in Tamil Nadu? There is no level playing field in Tamil Nadu by the same logic. I'm extending your logic to yourself.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yes, right, Sankit. That's what I'm saying. See, if you are coming to Tamil Nadu to earn your livelihood, then you have no choice. You'll have to learn Tamil. If I am going to come there to Uttar Pradesh to earn my livelihood, I have no choice. I have to learn the language.
Okay.
Learn the language.
What a ridiculous
If I'm Chinese, I'm saying that is my choice. That should be my choice.
Go to Tamil Nadu. You are asking 528 million people not to go to Tamil Nadu because they don't know Tamil.
No, you can come here and learn Tamil.
This is again,
come here, learn Tamil.
This is again a
you want to
political high-handedness. What is the contribution of Tamil Nadu in the GDP of India?
This is not political high-handedness. What you are doing
heartland,
is majoritarianism.
Which is a 10 state. What is the contribution of the 10 state in the GDP of India? How you can tell a person of India to learn Tamil?
I just have 2 more minutes on this debate. One moment. Dr. Geeta Bhatt and then Mr. Raj Shekharan and Mr. Murli. 30 seconds each. And Mr. Bhastak Ghosh maybe. Yeah. Dr. Bhatt.
Yes, Sanket, you see.
Closing comments, please. Yeah.
Yeah, Sanket, you see.
Can you allay these? Can you allay this fear?
Contradicted what he has.
Can you allay this fear?
Earlier. You know, the point is that there are more than 1.5 lakh engineering graduates which come out of Tamil Nadu, and a large number of them actually take up corporate jobs across the country. If they are, if they know a particular language which is being spoken across, large states, it is going to help them, assist them, And also that this debate actually should have been that the third language which is being introduced, there what is to be taught, it should not be more, in a historical sense, but larger, the content development should be actually based on skill based, where people, they develop, they learn to speak, they learn, to listen, and also to write.
Also,
so
Mr.
this is
Raj
the kind of
very
debate
quickly,
actually
30
should
seconds,
have taken place. But it has been taken out from its academic
Mr. Raj
content
Shekharan,
and,
Mr. Raj Shekharan
thrown out
and
into
Mr.
the
Murli.
political
One more,
arena.
running out of time. Last 30 seconds each. Mr. Raj Shekharan, the assumption is that the 3-language policy forces a state, say like Tamil Nadu, to learn Hindi. Don't you think this is an assumption? It's a 3-language policy. From what I gather, these can be any languages. At least one can be optional.
Sanket, it is very much clear in the public domain that it is the third language is going to be Hindi.
No,
But it can
again,
be the first
assumption.
language also.
Assumption. Mr.
No,
Raj Shekharan.
No, not assumption.
No, this is assumption.
Allow me.
No.
Allow me. See, it can be the first. It can be made the first language, and the Tamil can be made the second language.
Yes.
It depends upon the situation and then how they are going to implement it. So it is a danger to the state of Tamil Nadu, especially Tamil Nadu, and definitely Karnataka will oppose. Other states will also oppose in the southern part of the country. So let us not impose. Let it be a choice. Let it be the choice given to the individual candidate. No problem in that. If I am desperate to learn Hindi, let me learn it. What is the problem? Why are you imposing? Why are you putting the gun on the head and say that you have to learn Hindi? That is not fair. That is my point. I have no issues in learning Hindi.
Okay. Okay, I've run out of time. Murli, last word. No, Mr. Saravanan, running out of time.
Sanket.
This is an animated debate.
Sanket, the
Murli,
problem
Sanket, just
No,
one
there's a
point.
problem here is-
Just one point.
No,
Just
Mr.
one
Saravanan,
second.
Murli, tomorrow the national anthem
We have
is
10
seconds
written
Sanket,
in Bengali,
have no doubt.
and you will
Have no
refuse
doubt.
to sing
Have
the
no
national
doubt.
anthem,
We love Hindi.
which
10
is not a
seconds.
Tamil,
We love
which is a
Hindi.
Bengali,
Hindi.
1 minute.
Hindi
which
is
is
the
a Bengali.
One minute.
No doubt.
Sanket,
So is Tamil.
This
Just
is
that
a-
I don't understand.
This is a dangerous
Sanket.
trend what Mr. Saravanan is indicating. That tomorrow he will refuse
I don't
to
think
sing the
anyone is
national
showing
anthem,
anyone down.
which is not written in Tamil.
I think one more.
Jana Gana
As I wrap up this discussion, I've completely run out of time. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. As I wrap up this discussion, all I want to say is that maybe a little bit of Hindi in Tamil Nadu will really help. Because say for instance, if I were to go back to the airport,
no
the
way.
only two words,
No way.
the only two
No
words
way.
I
It
can.
won't help us.
Mr. Saravanan, will you refuse to sing the national anthem?
No, come on. Let's
which
not go there.
language it is
Let's
written?
not go there.
Which
No.
language is written?
Lo-
The national
No, that
song
is-
Vande
one
Mataram.
minute.
The
Hindi.
national
Written in
anthem,
which language?
the national anthem has got
Tomorrow
nothing to
you
do
will
with this
Vande
debate. Mr. Bhaskar
Mataram.
Ghosh,
Hindi.
Vande
time out.
Mataram is a Sanskrit
Time-
and Bengali. So you
time
see
out
that-
on this debate. Time out on this debate. I'm just saying the national anthem's got nothing to do with this debate. I'm sure people are patriotic in Tamil Nadu as well. It'll perhaps help a little to all those tourists who go to Tamil Nadu if people there knew a little bit more Hindi. You see, Anna and airport are the only two words that you can use if you want to fly in or fly out of Chennai. Thank you so much to all my guests for joining us in this extremely animated debate. We're stopping for a short break on Left, Right and Center. Be right back.